Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Ham Radio. We're missing Izzo.
Chat is smoking, dude. I can't keep up.
I know. I can't keep up. And I'm waiting for someone to call me out because you know what's going to happen. But I haven't seen it in the chat yet.
God. Got to do something with the title or description.
Yeah, dude.
Is Mike still in the description?
It was no, no. I did remove that one. But there was another one I forgot. Sorry, guys. Oh, hey. Look. How are you? Man, that's a nice hat you got.
Oh, he changed shirts too because he didn't want to be double logo. Wow.
So for those of you who, well, none of you were in the chat in the back room with us, Izzo got to the show and he wasn't wearing his hat because everybody, well, all but a few of you have gotten your hats already. So, but he didn't have his hat on because he didn't want to get it smoky. And I said, hey, you need to make sure, put your hat on. And he's like, well, I can't because I'm wearing a shirt that's got the Clubhouse logo on it. And I said, well, okay, it's okay. They're not going to care. And sure enough,
yes, they will. They always care. And it'll haunt me. There'll be pictures on Reddit of me, and that you all going to take some of that.
2 logos on. He's really proud.
Exactly. Then Smoking Ape's going to make fun of me, and he's probably going to, but he's going to be right. And then Mike's going to put me on Mailbag Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm going to be on Reddit, and then someone's going to take the AI, and you know what's going to happen.
Is that kind of like going to the Walmart when you're taking the AI?
I just want to have a cigar. Can I just have a cigar tonight?
Absolutely.
I guess.
After you explain to us, what's in the hydration pack behind you?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, I see Gumby.
Oh, is that a zipper?
That's a zipper for the window.
So that's the back door, and this is the front door.
We thought that you were getting thirsty, so that you had like a
hydration. While I was in there, I had to find
where's the back door? I wasn't looking.
The back door's that way.
You're right.
The back door's that way. This is the front door. Okay.
I forgot to go get a fresh can. 1 second.
I want to say something. I want to say something right now, but I can't.
Man, we're 4 minutes in. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Because what have you taught me? Actually, Molson said to me, anytime you think that you should not say something, bite your tongue and don't say it.
That hurts, though.
I know.
Yes, I'm wearing shorts.
So while I was in there, I said, well, then what shirt am I going to wear? I grabbed the Smoking Ape shirt. Then I said, well, let me quickly go use the head. And then I was running out here, and I had to run back out because there's tags. Then there's cardboard on the inside. And I couldn't
then
find
you heard the music play, and you're like, oh, my God, I'm going to be late.
Right. I'm like, oh, my God. And then I'm like, I can't find the scissors. So I had to go grab the steak knife. Then I had to go buy then I had to fit it because – hey guys, this is a really nice hat, especially when the heat comes in Connecticut. And I know you all get it earlier than us because it's got that nice vents in the back, you know, for proper circulation or ventilation. Right. Not circulation, ventilation. This is some nice stuff. This is a nice hat.
It's good stuff, man. I tried my best.
I'm telling you, man, this is a home run.
Turtle Overland has started off coming in hot with the 5 gifted Clubhouse membership.
5 gifted membership.
We got Comms Check received one of those. We got Roy Maynard got one of those. Mike Young picked one of those up as well. We got Jetta Jeff, and it looks like Lester, K-E-8-U-F-I, also received one of those. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Tortoise Overland. Look at that. Wow. It's on repeat.
Double tap the button there.
So Tortoise Overland, thank you for that. Thank you for the gifted subs, and thank you to everybody that's in green, our channel subscriber member. Not subscriber, I get that right one of these days. Channel members, thank you guys. I'm sure we're going to see some of those membership shout outs coming if everybody hadn't burned them over the last couple of weeks. But anyway, thank you guys for all your support. We appreciate it. If you didn't get a chance to order one this time around, we'll do hats again at some point. I have decided that I will not be a retailer supplier of hats.
Why? You don't want to be an Etsy guy?
First, you got to order the boxes.
It's a learning.
You got to order the pouch that you put in.
I'm going to have to say, Shane, that was very nice packaging, man. I would have just stuffed them in something. But
let me tell you something.
I thought open the box, and there's a bag. Open the bag, and then there's maybe in another bag. I don't know.
Listen, it was to me. It was one of two things: one of these nice ceramic things that's going to have jelly beans or gummy bears, or it was going to be that pharmaceutical poop in a box. I didn't know which one I was getting.
Oh, because the boxes were white. I would have put a sticker on it, but that'd put us up in the next USPS bracket. I didn't want to pay another $1 for shipping.
Better put insurance on that thing.
They were insured. I told Joe Brett, we were chatting earlier. I said, I insured all these hats for $100. So if they don't make it to your house, Merry Christmas.
That's how you do it. Jim.
Guys, we had the running joke. Well, we had the running joke. What was going to come first, Joe Brett's ATAS or the hats?
Got the hat.
And Joe's taking
there, 2 days.
Something. Brother Joe is tough. We have been ribbing him. He knows we love him, but it's not fair now. You need that antenna.
Are you smoking a Mi Quadrina?
Mi Querita.
Quadrina.
No.
That's a damn good cigar.
Mia Querita.
Okay.
This is an incredible.
Yes, it is.
Holy.
That's from Steve Saka. That is I saw the band on that. I was like, oh, he done upgraded. I've got one over there that if I was sitting on the patio, I'd be joining you because I love that cigar.
And so, guys,
that's total squirrel moment.
Okay, so if you guys are into cigars and you like this nice Nicaraguan, this is what you want. They also make another one with a red band, and then they also have what's called the Meat Lovers. And the meat.
I don't get the meat lovers here.
Oh, then I should maybe send you something. Maybe I'll send Joe an ATAS, and I'll send you a couple meat lovers.
Because the other cigar that he makes, the Sober Mesa, is really, really good as well.
Yeah.
And that is a blend of 7 different kinds of tobacco. Sorry, we went totally into cigar talk.
What were we talking about there? Your Honor, my client.
I know, right? I'm just as guilty.
He had a Cialis moment. And
Tortoise Overland, thanks for the 10 months, man. I'm trying to get these out as quick as I can. This ADH Life member for 5 months. All good. I'm still green. Speaking of green, Joe Brett, this is not gray, it's green. So if you're in the chat,
Is Joe Brett's hat green or is Shane's green?
No.
I mean, it's pretty freaking
obvious. If everyone
does it look green on your monitor, Shane?
I don't know.
It looks army green.
Oh my Lord, we got
maybe you need to upgrade your monitor. That's probably the problem.
Why? Okay. What is it, Joe Brett? Seriously, in person, what is it?
Me and Shane have the exact same hat, same colors.
Not that green.
All right, so I'm 1,500 miles away. We're coming through the pipeline of the internet.
Uh-oh.
And Joe, you look green, and Shane's like a grayish brown.
Well, now to be truthful, I have adjusted my camera temperature because I have a really bright light right there. So that might be what's doing it.
Yeah. Makes your face look good, but your hat. I mean, I like the color if that was really the color of the hat. It would be a good color. It's not. It's not gray and brown. It's.
What do you mean you adjusted the temperature? You adjusted the temperature. What's this
temperature?
The temperature
is. You've been doing YouTube for how long? You don't know what
I don't know. I have a ring light that either makes me Donald Trump orange or natural Don Izzo. I have 2 settings. That's all I know.
That makes sense. Let me.
So Julie from POTA Power, what color is her?
Hers is pink.
So it's all pink all over.
Mm-hmm. No, it's pink and white. All right, so if I turn that off.
Nope.
No. Mm-mm. So if I hold on.
Well, let me adjust my light. So now you got me wondering if I should if I should not adjust my light.
Let's see what it looks like. There you go.
Oh, that's orange. That's more orange. That's natural. We're back to orange. So let's go back to natural.
That's the Oompa Loompa mode.
The Oompa Loompa. Okay, Wonka.
That's what it looked like.
It did, did it?
Okay, so I adjusted the temperature.
No different.
It's still green.
No, it started changing color. Seriously, when you moved it closer, you could see it.
Tilt it where we can see the inside of it. For a split second, it looks a little green.
So what color is it? It's like a tan, right? Or no?
It's not. It's supposed to be like a light army green. It's not as green as it shows up on his monitor.
Joe's is green.
Real green. It's army green.
Joe, you ever go
green on the camera?
You know what it's like, Joe?
You son of a bitch.
Joe Bread at night. Joe Bread at night goes fishing for those frogs.
I got the saturation kicked up a little bit.
I'm telling you, he's on the bayou getting those frogs at night, and that helps him keep him incognito. See?
Where the filters? Look, watch this.
So it was him. It was him this whole time. Chat.
Are my color corrections off?
Yeah, and the color's still off too.
The color's still. Oh wait, just changed. Yeah, you changed
on
it.
off.
We're gonna do an entire show on what the color is. This dress blue or is this dress gray?
I feel like we're watching Sesame Street now. Now we're gonna get into the numbers.
That looks the same as mine.
No, it don't.
Oh, so
no,
Joe Brett needs to rant before the guest. $2.
I don't know, Frank. I think
get ready to this break.
Hey, this rant here, I don't know, man. It may have to wait till next.
All right,
week.
Joe. When you switched seriously, when you switched cameras, your hat took on a whole new color, a whole new Crayola, Crayola. Now, see, there's a difference between cameras.
Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2.
Nighttime, daytime.
Is this the NTSC show? Yes, Mike, it is.
Yes, Mike, it is.
It's not PAL.
Anyway, exactly. All right, we have a guest tonight. We're going to get to our guest in just a minute, but I wanted to take 2 seconds.
If he hadn't left.
He's still there. I saw him. Izzo, how's your week been, buddy?
Okay.
Oh, y'all better begin. It's about
no. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because everyone already knows about us. The bands are funky. The bands are weird. I've been out playing POTA like crazy. I'll be going out Thursday and Friday. I'm off Thursday, Friday. Put me in your ham alert. You never know where I'm going to be. But I gotta say this: the sunspots are down. The noise floor.
Are sunspots getting you down?
No, they're not.
Oh,
no,
okay.
No. This is not the Dr. Phil show. But yeah. No, but seriously, it's very interesting because I was under the assumption, still being learning. It's just very weird. I would think at the heightened where we are at the heightened order of the apex of the solar cycle.
Hats change color.
Some spots would be roaring hot.
They still fluctuate because some days they're super smoking hot and sometimes they're not.
Lately, they're in they are below 50, which is very interesting, or below 90.
They're not today.
They were about an hour ago.
Well, apparently, you haven't looked at the band conditions on your nifty World Radio League because the sunspot number is 53 right now.
53. All right, then. Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm saying. So you're under 100 sunspots. Now, is that normal, or is I don't know. We're all
maybe
learning
the sun's
this.
Gotten shy. I don't know.
But we're still going to get out. I must say something. I'm not sure if Mike is here, KMRD. He might be packing or he might be on the road to Dayton. Guys, Mike put out an incredible, in my opinion, amazing
should be
video.
Like Emmy?
Emmy, Kennedy Awards, the Academy, the Oscars, the Tonys. I don't care. Watch this video for 6 minutes, I believe.
His editing
was
he's gotten really good at that. The last couple of videos have been
not only, but it's about the words, boys.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, you're right.
About the words, but hey, you can realize how much work it is to remember what you said when you cut the camera to find another location and turn the camera back on. Amazing, dude.
I bet you he has a script or he has notes.
I don't know. I think he's pretty sharp. I give it to him. I think he's pretty sharp. I mean, listen, we don't know what's on the cutting room floor.
The dude's got a heart, man.
He does.
Yeah.
And
have a good one, Julie.
Julie, be
Julie,
safe.
I hope you liked your hat. I think it was delivered today. If
Sorry,
it hasn't,
Steve wasn't here to Google it out, y'all.
You know, son, I've been using what Vaughn's been saying lately. Catch you down the coax. I love that. So catch you down the log. Catch
You
it.
can't do that. Izzo.
What's going to be?
I'm giving him credit. I'm
You
giving
know
him.
what you would do if you said the same thing that another CBer said in 11-meter world?
What?
Man, golly.
No, it's
Come
different.
up a peel short and holes in your coax.
No. Nobody's pinning me. No one. Listen, nobody has ever pinned this boy.
Yeah.
Nobody, Paul. Listen, because as long as you do it right and you give props, I give props to
give
Vaughn.
credit where credit's due.
And I've been saying, because I've been working on my kilo. I hate this park that I'm trying to get the kilo in. It's bothering me, and I normally don't let numbers bother me, except for number 13. But when it comes to this kilo stuff, and I didn't get into this thing for awards. But I'm at like less than 400 or something on the window line. I like that one.
Exactly.
But I'm in this park. It's a tough park to work. It's a lot of noise, man-made as well as environmental.
Max in the chat.
But there,
Hey,
I've been using that anyway.
yes, Max. He's in a tent.
Yes,
He
Max.
smokes. He doesn't want to smoke in the house, so he smokes outside in a tent.
Actually, this tent will be coming down in another week or so. So
yeah,
it's
warm outside.
Getting warmer outside.
Then we get the tiki torches
where you're gonna get the tiki
on the patio.
Steam clean it, get all the smoke and sweat out of it.
Yeah, actually, what I do is I take a power washer, I scrub it with some Dawn, and I light a candle. I let it dry. I let it dry out for 2 or 3 days. I light a candle. We pack it away. And guess what? And if it smells back in November when I pull it out, I don't care.
It's the smoking hut.
It's a smoking hut. This is not the flower shop. This is Izzo's smoke.
So POTA this week is what you got coming up.
Thursday, Friday. I'm off.
Thursday, Friday. All right.
I'm going to be around somewhere in Connecticut and maybe Rhode Island again.
Joe Brett, you got anything before we jump to our guest? Because I have a couple things.
Frank wants me to rant, but I can't do it, man. That's a whole night topic. It's going to spur up the chat and everything. So remind me next week.
Okay.
Besides that, no, man. I was looking back at my what do you call that when you go to your channel dashboard? You see content. Yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah, where you
I put out a video in January. Then I put out one 1st of May, and then I put one out yesterday or Sunday. Sundays was members, and then Monday was public or whatever. But I was like, dang, that's 2 in a month. I got to slow down, bud. I got to slow down. Man. But
don't put it into 5th gear yet.
People have really liked the, getting your hands dirty with a Yaesu, man.
Max, that defeats the purpose. Just say
Max insulated with a Mr. Buddy heater, propane, no alarm.
He's in California. He doesn't need to heat it. He would be a sweat hut by the time he got it set up in there.
So it's going to be one of those sweat tents that the Indians.
He's going to have some of them wacky dreams.
But it helps you. Let me tell you something. I swear to God. Okay, maybe this goes back to like our old Discord days. Quick story. It got so.
There's no
hot.
such thing as a quick story.
It got so hot in here one night, and I had.
Were you having visions?
I had 2 shots of tequila. Swear to God, I had just 2 small shots of tequila.
Yeah, for someone who doesn't drink that often.
Well, no, or maybe it was 4. Anyway, it doesn't make a difference. And I walked out, and I felt the coldness rip all the toxins out of me. And I came back in here, and I sweated some more. Let me tell you something, man. That detoxification stuff, I think it works.
Legit. Legit.
Spiritually, physically, metabolically, whatever it is. Anyway, I'm done.
I have breaking news.
Hang on. You're going to have to wait a minute.
Speaking of guitar, Max, you need to come visit us again, buddy.
Yeah, really, Max.
Man, yeah.
Don't be a stranger.
What are you doing?
Dang, where'd you go, chat? So I got asked in the chat what time the forum was.
Look at that name.
Right.
Look at that name on there.
Oh, he's presenting. He's all special shit.
What are you going to wear, Joe Brett? You're going to wear...
Oh, no, man. I was packing, and I was like,
dude, I
packed nothing but shorts. Like, do I need to kind of dress up for a little bit?
You going to put on a polo?
Probably need to pack a polo.
You gonna wear a Clubhouse hat?
Yeah. What hat do you wear?
I don't wear a hat, but I will. I have to at Dayton. Like, yes. So
Yeah.
I was thinking about that today, and I was like, man, we should have done those boonie hats, because I would need all the shade I can get.
Call Tank.
Yes.
If I'm not wearing this hat, I'll buckle it to my backpack so it's still visible.
Right.
Depending on the sun, and when I'm out in the boneyard looking for an ATOS, because seeing where UPS trucks park.
It says you're going to introduce a new mode, free data.
So this is what happens sometimes when you do a video on something and nobody else really done a video on it, I guess.
Now you are the expert.
Yes, you're the expert.
Right. I was like, so I tried to pass this off to some of the developers and local people that's actually involved with this, that's going to be attending convention, and they're like, no, yeah, we'd rather hear it from you.
We'll see you.
I'm like, okay, so
somebody better record this.
Luckily, let's see.
Exactly.
So it's 9:15 to 10:10. So surely there's a lot to talk about. Courier mode when it really does that.
Oh, Jody, you're right. Jody's correct.
Anyway, I'm really counting on Munir K6AQ to really go in depth and talk about free DV, digital voice. And I'm hoping that I don't have 10 or 15 minutes left when he gets done.
It'll take you that long to get through the intro.
Yeah, right.
My name's Joe Brett.
Anyway, so that's the time. Whatever buildings those are in.
The sultry sounds of Mississippi.
Also known as the sultry sounds of Mississippi.
So anyway, 9:15 HF digital modes, room 4.
Room 4.
We'll
that's a good number.
Little PowerPoint there. We're going to try to make it. We're going to wing
it. We're proud of you, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, very proud. Absolutely very proud.
Getting out there and doing it.
Either going to rise or crash and burn.
Possibly so.
Yeah.
Max says he's got some successful aeronautical mobile ops to talk about. That'd be a good topic.
That's interesting.
Max, you know how to reach us, or BroJet's got your info. We'll set something up.
Yeah, reach out to us. We'll get you on the calendar.
Yeah,
I did a thing, guys. I did 2 things this week. I did a thing.
I saw some stuff.
I did a thing. Well, if you follow me on X, Twitter, whatever it's called.
Yes, I do.
I went out and did a POTA. So all you jackasses can quit saying that I don't own a radio and I don't do ham stuff. I went out, Randy and I went and POTA'd, and Randy had his most successful POTA to date. Sorry, David.
Excellent.
Randy got his first sideband DX contact to Italy.
Nice. And
I got to play with his 710. So
what antenna were you guys using?
So we had that MFJ infed half wave that's 80 through 10, because we haven't had a spot big enough to put it up. And there is this park that I've been to. It's an extension of the Ray Roberts State Park. It's a park that nobody goes to, so you don't have a bunch of jackasses tripping over your coax and knocking stuff off the table. So I told him, I said, let's meet up there. And we put this gigantic thing up, and we had 80 through 10. Just hit the button and keep running. And it was quite successful. We let's see here. Hey, look at that slide transition. Yeah, buddy. So we got Venezuela, we got Costa Rica, we got Italy, and we got all over the U.S. And the thing was pointing east and west. So I don't know why we were spraying that well to the east and west, because that should have been the null on that thing. But it's ham radio. But it's fun.
What's that down in South America? Is that like Brazil or something?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica? I think that's
one.
I think I've heard him great.
You don't know your geography?
Not without labels on it.
I mean,
that's it. We're going to have a session coming up.
No, so, sometimes you think about what you had to learn in school, and I'm sitting there looking at the map the other day, and I'm like, dude, if I had to name all 50 states and pin where they was at now.
Yes, you can. The capitals.
I could through the process of elimination.
No, all right. Then we're going to have a future show coming up, guys.
New game show.
Joe Brett does geography.
Joe Brett does. Yeah, we are. I'm going to.
I
can't get there fast enough.
We'll put this out here because David in the chat, Kilo Juliet 5, Juliet Kilo Charlie, record that, use it on your voice. And anyway, he posted in our Discord the other day about him getting ATOS and it being mine. And a little jerk about it, but he just wants everybody to know he's just kidding. He actually bought that one himself. And congratulations, David. I'm just glad that it arrived.
Glad that you actually got it.
Either it was mine or yours. Glad you got it. I'll be happy to know it's not in a ditch somewhere.
Guys,
laying under a conveyor belt.
So true.
You know who has a new antenna out? Our buddy Matt, N3VAN from Reliance. It's a 56-to-1 balun inside there. It's the bug out, but it's the new bug out. Go check out his website.
Our guest tonight has an antenna too that we're going to talk to.
Oh my God. And just when I said I'm not going to buy anything more, I am going to become a liar again.
Shane shows up and spends more of your money.
Yeah.
I think our guest is crocheting right now.
He's putting an antenna together is what he's doing. So I will say I did get to go fly. And I finally got to fly my balloon.
Yeah.
So that's it right there in the top right. So we went cruising around yesterday and had a blast.
I watch your videos and I just sit there and think, a man's got to have a lot of trust in his basket, you know?
You want to come fly with me?
It's all about the undercarriage.
That's right. You ought to see the undercarriage on that thing. What's even more scary is when you look up and see how that envelope's attached to the basket. That'll really make you nervous.
Really?
Yeah. That'll really make you nervous. But we had some good views. Yeah.
Man, that's a
uh-oh. That's a video. Didn't know that was a video. But anyway, thought I would share that. Guest, if you're ready, if you're done knitting, you'd like to hop in, give me a thumbs up. Let me unshare this.
What the hell?
What is that?
What's that?
I don't know. Frank's ham till it hurts. It's like, what are you hiding with that witness protection?
Really, man? What's up with that?
What is that?
What's that? One of those illegal booms? Illegal boom?
I must have turned that on, hitting the key. That was probably from my contesting live stream.
It looks like electrical tape.
yeah.
No, that's electrical tape to me.
What are you? Let's see. Yeah. N1 MM score.
That's funny. All right. Here we go. Andy, do you have your headphones in?
Andy, get in here.
I know. I didn't. Okay. All right. There we go. Sorry.
There he is.
Hello, everybody. I actually
Welcome,
don't have
my friend.
headphones in, but I've got the noise cancellation on, so
It works.
I figured I had plenty of time to wind a toroid, and that's actually not a joke. So that's what I was doing. I was sitting here.
That's a ham radio operator, folks. That is a ham radio operator. I like that.
What did you do in the green room for the clubhouse? I was winding me a toroid from me and fed halfway. That's you.
Are you mad? Are you married, Andy? Are you married?
I am indeed.
Do you have kids?
I am indeed.
Do you have kids?
I have one.
Okay, the next time you got to go up to that maternity ward and you're waiting, I want you to be rolling toroids while she's just kind of sitting there waiting, and because you know how you had that low, you got those low hours. That's what you do, man. Bring that stuff with you in a bag.
Yeah, you cracked me up when you said that about crocheting, but yeah, I was sitting here winding a 49-to-1, so. And I completed it too. It's wound. So
Got to be the most productive guest we've ever had in the green room.
I'm
No offense to the rest of you.
Really.
Everyone else it up from now on.
Everyone else is like, God darn it, Izzo's taking too long. He's like, hang on, I got to get a few more runs in.
Now that's just another hit for the show, though. The guys take so long to bring the guest on. They wind a toroid.
Know what, Andy? Now the next guest. See, now Andy just set the bar. Now the next guest has to figure out what they're going to do in the green room. So there you go.
Hopefully, it's making it.
Well, I will say it's I'm not knocking the intro or the intro or anything here, but I did get it wound. Just remember that.
Yeah. Maybe you're really good at it. It doesn't take you long. Then there's that aspect of it.
That's why I thought he was crocheting, man. He was back there just. Man,
So
don't need a machine.
For those of you who may not remember, Andy is product manager for World Radio League. And I think you said you wanted to chit chat about ham radio prep for just a minute before we jump into some of the World Radio League stuff. And then we'll get to your antenna stuff.
Play that commercial.
Buckle in. It's going to be big.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. So Yeah, we actually have. We've got the two companies, Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League. And just real quickly here before we get into World Radio League, I wanted to let everybody know we have our emergency communications course is now available for purchase, so you can buy that. We've got all of our tech general and amateur extra courses are all up to date. We update them, get the new pool out before the rollover every, I think it's 4 years, something like that. And then we also were in the process of launching the space and satellite course. So be on the lookout for that. Space and satellite communications. That's a really fun one.
That's cool.
And yeah, absolutely. We're having a lot of fun with that one. And then also we've taken our Baofeng Basics course and rebranded it to Ham Radio Basics. So if you've purchased the Baofeng Basics, don't worry. All the information's still there. We've just added more and expanded it. So there you go.
Well,
that's the Ham Radio
there's all of your
highlight.
basic radios.
Exactly.
So it looks to me like y'all have been really, really busy with World Radio League, because I get an email probably about every 2 weeks that says new feature, new features, new features, new features, new
I
features.
swear, dude.
This isn't just coming soon. It's live. Go log in and check it out. Y'all's release schedule. Y'all don't follow the scaled agile thing where you do releases every 2 weeks. It's like, I'm going to develop it. It's tested. It's out the door.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, we don't follow a set schedule, specific versioning. We just we hammer and hammer and hammer until we get something ready, and then shoot it out the door as fast as we can.
That's the way to do it.
I'm starting to think y'all was like a TO, and you just, TO records 100 videos, and then releases them. I figured y'all got all this developed, and you're just, knocking them out.
Believe you me, we have on a weekly basis, we probably get, a dozen feature requests, and we're like, they're all on our roadmap. We're hammering just as hard as we can go, and we could jump over and do that, or we could jump over and do this. But we gotta have some order to it. So
organized chaos. That's the way I like to say it. And not only that, you've rolled out an app. So not only have you done all these cool features to the website, which I guess if you want to start it, would you want to start at the website and work to the app, or kind of what would you like to do?
You want me to share the screen so we can kind of roll through?
The floor is yours, my friend. You let us know.
Senator, the floor is yours. Give him the full screen.
Oh my God. You said it. Look, there's a local business called Mr. Janitor, and this freaking commercial, I mute the radio every time I hear it because it says, "Mr. Janitor, you now have the floor." They're acting like they're having court or something, and I'm like,
you say Mr. Genitalia?
No, I did not.
I could have swear that
your hearing's off like you're color grading it.
Get that commercial for the next show and bring it in. Bring it in for start of the next show.
No.
Yeah.
How come my webpage is missing the world? Dadgummit. Speaking of the developer.
Probably
did you mute yourself?
I think I'm good.
Now you're back. You're back.
I didn't know if you guys were done or not.
Oh no, just interrupt us. We're just sitting there shooting shit. You can interrupt us. It's okay.
All right, sounds good. All right. So well, I'm gonna start on the just right here on the homepage. Seems like a logical place to start to me. I see in the chat we've got working on the how to color grade course. No, we haven't got that far yet. I think Shane will be our first charity.
Andy, I got to interrupt you for 1 minute. Joe Brett, geography question 1.
He almost got started.
That's
Africa.
Okay. Is Africa a country or a continent?
It's a whole continent with countries.
All right, just making sure you know. Okay,
come on,
Andy, thank you. Andy, thank you.
All right, absolutely. Okay, so first of all, I just want to point out you referenced this earlier, but take a look at this beautiful band conditions widget we've added here.
See, I told y'all.
Shut up, Shane.
So you got your typical, poor, fair, good ranking right here, and then you got signal noise, sunspot number. This will turn. These will turn. They're green if the numbers are good. They're yellow if they're kind of fair, and then they turn red when it gets really bad, which you don't want to see, but it does happen. So, if you hover over these, it kind of gives a little bit more detailed explanation of what's going on here. But yeah, we've got this upper half of this. We have as you can add it to your home screen on the mobile app, just that upper half of that, and we'll be adding this other section to that soon. So anyway, it's just really handy to have this information. And yeah, that was actually one of my favorite, just we call them mini features. It was one of my favorites that we've popped in just because it's so handy to be able to pull that up and look at it in a really nice UI, modern UI, and take a look at it. And take a look here. Looks like Vaughn and Julie are in the park right now.
Of course they are.
You can see our latest contact here. Looks like they're out there having fun. That's fantastic. So right off the bat here, I think this has been since we interviewed last. We now have dark mode and light mode. So I think last time we only had the dark mode. You just click that button up here, and now you've got light mode as well, which is extremely highly requested. And don't worry, we're going to get to a lot more exciting features than that. I just wanted to hit it off the top there.
That's the easy one. Take them easy swings.
No,
Yeah,
Andy,
there
that's
you go.
important. No, Andy, that's important. Sometimes it's just small things that mean so much to people. So you're right.
Absolutely. Now, from this homepage here, you can start a new POTA activation. We'll take a look at what all that entails. You can start a new general logbook. You can import an ADIF, or you can view the our contest upcoming and ongoing. And looks like one of my coworkers from Ham Radio Prep is in the chat here. I'm not sure which one's behind the keyboard there, but good evening to you.
That must have been his idea, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I like that.
That was the best one.
Or that's the best one. That's okay.
Right,
you can say it.
Good. All right, so we've got profile. Here on the profile page, you can see we've added, if you've subscribed for a paid account, you have one of these founding member badges. We still have a few founding member spots left, so sign up quickly. We have a lot of users, but not all of them are paid subscribers. So if you want a founding member badge, we've still got a few of those slots open. You can access all the basic logging, everything for free. Just get that out there right off the top. It's totally free to access all your basic logging. If you do something really data intensive, like import, more than, I think it's like 3,000 contacts on an import, or you want access to like our advanced analytics, which we'll take a look at here in a few minutes, that requires a subscription. But all of your basic logging, your mobile app, all that is.
And Andy, what's the subscription? What is the subscription? Let's just throw it out there. You have free, and then what's your subscription?
So we've got free, we've got basic membership, and we've got premium and VIP. I should have wrote these numbers down so I could remember them, but I think the basic membership is like $36 a year. The premium I think is $64, and the VIP I believe is $108.
108.
You only got premium.
We got you, buddy.
All right, appreciate it.
36 a year for basic, 60 for premium, and 108 for VIP.
There you go.
And that also includes a lot of perks with each thing, including store discounts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you take a look here, we've added this new long bio. So you can drop a YouTube video in there. You can drop a POTA iframe in there. I don't know if you guys use those.
I like
or not,
that. Yes, I do. I really like that.
I need to update my bio.
Yes, man, do it. That's a cool feature.
That is really cool.
And then we've also added some of these advanced awards here. So you can get first DX, 10 DX, and they'll get this little confirmation tag after you've confirmed that contact or that many contacts. You've got this little confirm tag. I don't know if you can see it that well, but this little green confirm tag will pop up on your award to let you know that you've confirmed it. So, yeah, so that's basically our changes. Most of our changes to the profile page. This has seen a lot of updates. This is the core of the platform, is this log contacts page here. So let me grab one of my POTA logbooks. Let me grab this one here. So you can see here we've added this new map share. Let me
look, Joe Brett.
Nice.
Sorry, Joe Brett.
There you go. There's our new map share as the POTA up there, where the POTA location you were at. Your QSO rate, top band mode, all that stuff here. You can copy a link. You can download the image.
Don't show you
Sorry,
top
Joe
5
Brett.
contact lists, though, huh? Yeah. I mean,
It's okay.
I'll sell it to you for $5.
Yeah, absolutely. So our spotting data here. Hey, looks like they pushed some stuff live today. I didn't know that they launched this today. This is fantastic. I'm glad I get to show you guys this. So we've now added SOTA WWFF clusters. They're spotting sources, so we can pull in data from there. We can enable those. We'll let that populate. And then let's see here, we might need to refresh it because it's not refreshed yet. There we go. Okay.
Boom.
Anyway, so here's all the you can hit this toggle here, go to POTA only. We've got our own internal spotting system, so you can if you spot a contact, let's see here, if I hit this like spot them button and I put in N0APX 14.074 demo only for the comment, I can spot that. And then whenever that refreshes, you can see here, this pops up here. I can hover over this comment, see what that says. If I grab one of these spots, hit the copy button, or if I just double click on it, it just auto populates to my logbook.
Nice.
And if you have your cat control app running, it automatically sets that frequency to your radio as soon as you hit that button. So,
So speaking of cat control, let's talk about that for a second, because that's new since we talked last.
Absolutely. If you give me a minute, we'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah, let's move on through this real quick. So we've also got these extra spotting clusters here. This is just pulling in DX data from the W3LPL cluster, HAM-QTH cluster, W7JD cluster. That's not to say we won't add more later. That's just what we have enabled right now. So, and also you can't see it because I'm only sharing one tab, but if you click this pop out button right here, you can pop your spots out into a separate window, pull them onto another screen, however you want to do that. And then you can jump over here and have your map alongside while you're logging, and your spots in a separate window there. So really handy. We've added the stats page right here, which is really handy. And you can see that it just kind of gives just a general overview of your stats for that individual logbook. So let me grab a different logbook here. Let me grab this one, I think. Yeah. So if I pull this up, and you see this was a POTA activation, CW POTA activation. And yeah, this acts just like the map view. I can click share stats. So whenever you click that button, it just pulls it up where you can share a link or download it. Once again, share it to socials. That's been a really we have a developer who really worked long and hard on this one and just made it look fantastic. So, Rodney KJ5FWC in the chat. Great to see you, Rodney. Yes, he is one of our good friends, founding members, and yes, a beta tester. And we're really glad to have him on board. He helped us out a lot in developing the cat control app. He kind of gave us some good feedback there. So, all right, now see here. I think this is now we can also pull up single POTA locations, WWF locations, and this is all the stats within World Radio League. Those services don't allow us to pull all those stats from their sites, but any activations that are done within World Radio League, we've got those stats here. And yes, I've activated this park a lot.
Working on that those 1,000 contacts.
That kilo, hopefully, eventually. But yes, absolutely. But yeah, we've got a lot of data here. You can start an activation. You can open it in Maps. This just basically opens like Google Maps or Apple Maps. And we've also got it in the mobile app. You can just click the button, and it will literally just pull up navigation and start you navigating there, like in your Google Maps or your Apple Maps app.
Oh, that's cool. So I want to pause for 1 second because Jimmy's got a question and he put in a question in the chat, but I want to hold questions until we kind of get through most of this and then we'll circle back. So I've started your comment or your question, Jimmy, and we'll get back to you as soon as as Andy finishes running through this.
Absolutely. And like I said, we'll jump into the cat control app here in a minute, but this is one of our big new features is the QSO manager. This one's been out for a while now, but it's absolutely fantastic. It's like all your QSOs in one spot. You've got them organized into logbooks, into activations, into this and that. This is all your QSOs in one spot, and we show 50 at a time. You can just page through them here, and then you've got all these filters. You can sort by date and time. You can change what columns you've got, what order they're in, what data you see here in this view. You can move them between logbooks. I can select a couple contacts here, move them to a different logbook. I can
very
select
nice.
all my,
very nice.
Yeah.
A lot of flex. I like this.
Let me grab all my contacts.
Somebody, Andy, and you've done it. It's a lot of stuff, but you've laid it out. It's properly labeled. And,
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not confusing.
We have an amazing designer and some really fantastic developers that have put a lot of effort into this. You can also
applaud them.
You can move these between logbooks. Now this is really handy. You can click this bulk edit details. You can select as many contacts as you want. Click this bulk edit details. This is like your general logging window. Now any of your data that you change here will just change that field and that field only, or those two fields, or whatever you change. It'll just change that on each of those contacts altogether. So I can add an activity like a POTA activation, a POTA reference, so that I have that stored in there, and so that it shows up on my POTA stats within our app. I can add an antenna. I can add a radio. I can change the location. So if I had the wrong location set when I logged them, I can just move that location on those contacts. I can do that all from here. I can just preview the changes, and it gives me a list of what all's been changed. I can just hit update contacts, and it will do that.
Hey, Andy, can I throw this in there? Can you just go back one page? I'm going to tell guys. See that field called notes, guys? This is a great opportunity where if you want to make a note about that park, want to go back again, will not go back again. Parking, whatever you want. Use that note field. Yeah, whatever you got to say. This is just right here. You want to go back a month from now, a year from now. Am I right? You could pull up this park.
Oh, absolutely. And you can even do it on a contact by contact basis if you want to. You can edit any single contact. Just pull up this window and edit the contact.
Joe Brett, the sultry voice of Mississippi definitely's got to go in that note. If you work Joe Brett, you guys, that's what
exactly.
It's fun to use the notes because I'll come across a station I hadn't maybe talked to in 2 or 3 years or longer, and then I'll see, or if I'm just going back through the logbook, and I'll say, hey, this is the guy I talked to on 2 meter simplex, 4 states away, and
right.
Just
nice
hey,
job,
this guy
Andy,
was 40,000 feet in the air. Whatever.
Nice job with that.
Neat.
And you can see here one of the notes. My browser saves recent notes I've used. One of the notes I have saved here is 3 Metcal. I was participating in the Ham Radio Workbenches on the Air event a few weeks ago.
Nice.
That was, in fact, I tied with 6 other people in 3rd place on that, so that was a lot of fun. But I don't know if you guys know the Ham Radio Workbenches on the Air podcast, but those guys are
absolutely
fantastic. Yeah.
We know Vince. Vince is a friend of the show, and you host our RVE
Vince,
sessions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
While we butted in for just a second, I'm going to say I found the whole money's worth of this whole thing. It pays for it right there. If you go to your logbook and scroll, click on stats and scroll all the way to the bottom, it shows your longest contact. It don't show you the top 5. Like mine does, but it shows the longest, and everybody likes to brag about the longest contact.
Yeah,
right there. All right. And then let's see here. What else? Oh yeah, we've also got activity logs. So any bulk edits you do, I was showing you the bulk edits. Any logbook moving, between moving contacts between one logbook and another. Any exports, any imports, that'll all be logged right here. and you can just grab this view button, and it'll take you to that update and show you what all changed. So, this just keeps a complete history there. You can always go back, take a look at what it was, and if there's an error, then you can just find those contacts and change that criteria back again. So,
very cool.
Absolutely. All right. I'm going to, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and go through a few more of these tabs, and then we'll hit the cat control app, because that's a separate window. It's a desktop app. So if that's good with you guys, that's the way.
Yeah. You're running the show, buddy. You tell us what you want to do.
Good. All right. So nextly, we've got, this is a brand new one. We've got analytics here. So you can see I have contacted 90% of my 100 DX award. I've got 90 DX locations in the log. Only 6 of them have confirmed on World Radio League. So this is, it shows a double progress there. How many you've got logged, how many you've got confirmed, and then you get each of these cups here is another award you get in your logbook. So or on your profile page. So it's a really fun new one. We've also got it split out by CW, digital, and phone, and you can also check it by the various bands. And then if you scroll down here, you see your number of countries worked, and your number of countries confirmed, how many DX entities that there still are you can still contact that are on the DX entity list but you haven't contacted yet, and the number that you've worked and not confirmed yet. Then you have this list down here of the DX entities you have contacted, ranked by number of contacts with that entity. So really neat there. And then you've also got the same thing in a U.S. state view. So you can see I've contacted all 50 states. I've confirmed 19 of them, and I still have 31 yet to go. This map, as you can see here, I don't want to start another color argument, but is this blue or green?
It's teal.
Andy, what is Andy, what is considered a confirmation now?
So a confirmation is when somebody else logs a contact on our platform or imports it in later or whatever. The details match yours. It confirms a contact, puts a green check mark on it in your logbook, and shows up in your stats here.
Just like Zed does.
Okay, but what happens? So I'm old school, you need a confirmation, you send me a card, I send you one back. Is the same thing, or are we talking something now on steroids?
We've actually got currently the only way you can confirm them is by getting the exact same, the same details logged by the other operator. But we have a feature that's coming up. It's not like going to happen like probably in the next 2 weeks, but it is coming up soon, where we're going to have like a physical check mark on it. So that like, if you get a QSL card, you can just check that contact, and, or if you confirm it, somewhere else, you can just check that. And that way it'll register as confirmed in your,
interesting.
Yep, absolutely. And then once again, we got your stats down here. And yeah, absolutely.
And this is data analytics on steroids.
Yeah, absolutely. Believe you me, we yeah. we with the database service we are using, it took us a while and finding a lot of workarounds to get everything to work.
That's a lot of storage and horsepower being used right now, right? That's
exactly.
No wonder why my AI takes so long to get a picture up.
Ham till it hurts. I've got your question marked as well. We'll circle back at the end here.
Nice. Okay. All right. And then here is the POTA and SOTA and WWFF and Islands on the Air sites. You can see them all on a map here. If you zoom way out, of course, they group up because we can't show all of them at once. But if you zoom into a new location, it'll start pulling the data. Let me guess, for that.
And the colors will differentiate which parks you have already activated?
Yeah. So no, we don't have that. We don't have that enabled. But if you click on one here, let me find one that I've activated here.
I hope somebody just wrote it down though, Andy.
Because I saw some red I saw some red and greens before. That's what was my assumption.
So red is SOTA. It's got a little SOTA icon on it.
Okay.
Dark green is POTA with a little tree. Light green with the leaf is WWFF, and then we have like an orange icon, I believe, for the islands on the air. So if I click on one of these that I've activated before, it shows it shows kind of a brief overview of the stats there, and shows that I've activated it and all that good stuff right here in this little pop-up view on the map. And we've also added, Siri, you can pull up in satellite view. We've also added this list view, so you can. These are all. I think it's like the nearest 50 or nearest 100 sites to you, and then you can take that and search it, and it's like impossible to quickly load all sites all at once. So it just pulls the 50 nearest to you, and then you can just search by reference if you want to find a different one, and it'll pull it up for you. So yeah, that's the changes we made to our activities. That's really one of our biggest drives has been. We've kind of started pivoting toward the contesting side of things, and I'll get into that in just a few minutes. But we really tried to nail down this portable operating. Like you mentioned earlier, we have the offline mobile app. It's offline capable, so you can take it out in the park, do your POTA activation, come back online. It syncs all your contacts to your cloud account, and they're all accessible in your web interface again. And yeah, absolutely. This is a spotting page. It's very similar to our spotting tab within a logbook, but you can just kind of view what's going on the air at any given time. And one other feature of this spotting system that I failed to show you is you can now pause this. So if you don't want your spots to just keep updating, this is also available in the logbook view. If you don't want it to just keep updating constantly, you can just pause it and then resume here.
So that's a live. We're looking at a live view right now, correct? Oh,
yeah, absolutely. This is live spots. See here. Looks like. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, there's Vaughn in Florida right there.
Perfect.
Spotted 5 minutes ago. So
perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, leaderboard. I'll have to tell Vaughn thank you for being on the air. He made a great demo piece tonight. All right. Just a quick shout out to Steve KO4AFL. Great to see you. And no, I'm not typing from the World Radio League YouTube channel. I'm not sure who's typing behind the keyboard over there, but
you're being stalked.
At him. All right,
tonight must be your performance review.
Yeah, exactly.
Employee of the month coming up here.
He's gonna get his own parking spot.
And it's not me. Okay. So here's our leaderboard. It's a weekly leaderboard. You can you can page back through previous weeks, but right now we've got most contacts overall through the week, most operators by mode, or what that I don't know why that tag says that. I have no idea why that tag says that. Let me shoot that over and have them change that. I think it's supposed to be most contacts by mode. But anyway, so yeah, we've got you can page through the modes and see that there, and then you got your most contacts overall. There's Ken. Great to see him on the leaderboard. Looks like he's number 3. That's fantastic. But anyway, so you got your longest distance, and who's got the most DX contacts, and then you got leaderboards by state, which I haven't been on the air, so I'm probably not on the Missouri leaderboard. But yeah, it looks like it's David. And then you've got by country here. So, and this just resets every week, every
like
Sunday.
a paper chaser's dream.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Yeah, before I joined the team, I used to try to top the leaderboard every week. Before I joined the team, but anyway, yeah. So I don't do that anymore. No time left. Okay. So if you want to, we can hit a few questions now before we move on. We can keep rolling. It's up to you.
Yep. Let me grab. Let's see. The first one that came in was from Jimmy. So Jimmy wanted to know: will it do call stacking when you're logging?
Call stacking. So What exactly does he mean by call stacking? Like logging.
Jimmy,
like
if you would
put
put a
activation.
clarifier on
say-
your question.
Must be multi-off or something.
Yeah. And then the other question was, can you import multiple
multi-op, we
ADI
actually
files
just
on
had that request pop in recently, and we've got some really great ideas kicking around to how to enable that, make it a little easier to do. So you'll probably see that before too long. We don't have that yet.
And then the next question was about importing multiple ADIF files.
At a time, no. But well, I say that I don't think they've got that set up yet. Let me see.
They probably turned it on while we were on the line.
Yeah. No, at a time you can't affect multiple, but you can import multiple. You're not restricted to one import, but you can't import multiple at a time. Seven 3, Steve.
So long, Steve. Be safe out there.
Okay, Frank, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying now. That's a very great idea. In fact, where's that comment? Let me screenshot that and paste it in a note here, and I'll shoot that idea over to the team. Give me just a second to grab that note.
Team's like, gosh dang it. We just got caught up this week.
Right?
And this is what I do on like our live streams. If you've been a part of our live streams, I'm literally just like screenshotting comments and like this is what
what the people want.
You're keeping the boys working.
We love gathering feedback.
If you're not listening to the people, what kind of product are you making?
I don't know. I still don't know who's typing on from the World Radio League.
I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. I do keep putting them to work. No, I'm kidding. Okay, it's actually our CEO, James. He's the one.
Oh, so you better do good tonight.
And
you better do good tonight.
And he done checked the IP address.
Yep. That's funny.
Keyboard warrior, you.
Well, good to have you, James.
I believe next was contests, and you guys have. This is probably the bread and butter on some of this stuff. This is where I go to check them.
I tell you what, POTA has been our bread and butter up until about January. Then we really started hitting the contesting platform really hard. This is some territory that we had kind of laid a framework for, but we hadn't really dove very deep. And then we were able to partner with the World Radio League or with the Winter Field Day guys, and so we kind of hosted a leaderboard for them during Winter Field Day. That was a lot of fun. And really helped us build our contesting platform out. Gave us a kind of a target to a hit, and then after that, we've really been expanding it. So you can see here we've got all the QSO parties clear up past winter or clear past Summer Field Day, and we'll continue adding those in here. But we're actually going to be the official scoreboard for WRTC World Radio Sport Team Championship 2026. So whenever that comes around, they'll be using World Radio League as their logging and leaderboard. They probably will use I don't know if they'll use like our cat control app from their logging interface into our leaderboard, or if they'll use our interface. But yeah, they're going to be using our system for the leaderboard. But if you want to jump in a contest, you can just hit this join for free button, and it just jumps you in there. Whoops. Let me try that again. It always happens on a live, don't it?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm enrolled in the Arkansas QSO party now. So I'll pull that up. And of course, it's waiting to start. It's going to start in 3 days. Well, you got a countdown timer here. You can see exactly when it's going to start. We've got a leaderboard here. That'll start to populate when people start logging contacts. We got statistics here. That shows, bands, modes, QSOs per hour, that type of thing. The QSOS per hour is really neat because it logs, each hour, and it shows the UTC hour at the bottom here. And then let me grab Winter Field Day, see if I've still got.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
Field
see.
Day.
Yeah, I would be
Yeah.
interested with Winter
See if I've
Field
still
Day.
got that in my history here.
I'm just looking at that, man. This CQ Worldwide WPX coming up May the 23rd. I like this calendar.
There we go. Winter Field Day right there. So yeah. So here's we can drop a live stream in here for like live streaming during the contest. We had 17,264 of the Winter Field Day contacts were logged in.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's our top 3. Here's the top 10 leaderboard. Oh, Ernest made it on the top 10. He's a really good friend. VA3 EWV. He's a good friend of the project. Hey, Vince VE6LK in the chat. Great to see you, sir. Hope you're having a good evening. Anyway, this map here shows participants that have enrolled. So wherever they are in the world, when they enroll in the contest, the pin pops up on the map. So that's really neat. Got the latest contacts.
Oh, can you upload contacts to the already closed contest?
I think
because I'm finna Will Forward finna get knocked off the leaderboard if I can. Sorry.
Tell you what. Give it a shot. And I think we added that logic to a later update on our contesting platform. I'm not sure if it got applied to Winter Field Day or not. Give it a shot. If it doesn't work, reach out to our reach out to me. Send me a message. I'll pass it on to the dev team. We'll give them a good workout.
I know you make the CEO work. You just said it, so I'm going to talk to you.
Okay, so here's our the bands that were logged during the contest, modes that were used, and then down here, this is really neat. This is the UTC hours during the contest, and you can just see the curve of what hours performed really well during the contest versus which ones were like really poor. So it's a really neat visualization.
Yeah, at 2:00 in the morning. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So it's a really, really neat visualization there of the data. Then you've got your this is your leaderboard page. So this shows the top 20, and then you can go tab through this by class of operator. You've got your high class. Well, actually, it's home, but anyway. And then you've got your indoor, outdoor, and mobile. So
cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got your statistics page here, which is just a kind of a full screen visualization of what we were looking at earlier. You've got the map of participants in a full screen view and latest contacts. Down here, you can see the list of contacts. And then your rules page, this just encompasses all the contest rules, and it kind of gives you a list there of who all's contesting, who all's enrolled in the contest, and then you've got your own logbook. So here we've got class and section. We have for the contests that are now contests that have been going on lately. Some of them have had serial numbers. So we now have a serial number field that you can literally just populate with a number. Then every time you log a contact, it will just increment that number by 1.
Nice.
If you like delete an old contact, it doesn't affect your incrementing. It just stays wherever your last were and keeps going. Yeah, absolutely. And we also, for Winter Field Day, we have this objectives tab over here, so you can kind of check off. I was really lazy, I guess, and didn't get any of the objectives checked off, but you can check these off. And it of course this year they had it multiply your score by that number. So yeah, absolutely. And then here you can see the logbook stats from that logbook, and the map, which that map was a fun map to share. So I didn't rank very high at the contest, but I did have fun. So
it doesn't make a difference, man. You participated. That's
right.
What's important. It doesn't make a difference. Right. There's really no last here. You participated.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So then on these contests that are going on, you can see Brad, he recently joined the team. He's been really helping us out with these contests here. I'm gonna get his call sign wrong if I say it off the top of my head. I believe it's K4AZE. So if you go over here now into the rules page, you can see he's got really extensive. He's got all the rules, listed in here really nicely.
Holy cow!
Yeah, shout out to him for doing a really great job there on that. But yeah, absolutely.
Nice job.
Yeah. Now we can go to where are we at? Integrations. This is brand new. So here is where we can start looking at cat control. So we've got our cat control app here. We're still getting, some final kinks worked out of it, and making sure we have all our guides set up so people know how to use it. But this is functioning. So if you want to try it out, we've got it for Apple Silicon, Mac Intel, Windows, and we're planning on launching Linux soon as well. So
keeping everybody happy.
Yeah, absolutely. WSJTX, N1MM, and N3FJP integrations are all included in the cat control app. So if you have like your UDP stream set up in any of those softwares, there's a little button inside the app that just says start listening. Under that software, you can just click that start listening button and start streaming them across to straight to your logbook as you log them. You get to actually pick which logbook you want the contacts to be logged into. So
very cool.
If you set up a POTA activation logbook, you can just click that logbook and stream them straight into there. The WSJTX integration. WSJTX does not like to play nicely with anything else trying to control the radio at the same time. So if you run into that issue, we have a disconnect WRL cat control button in there. Just click that button. In fact, I can pull up. Let me pull up the app here. I don't think I can share them both at the same time, but I'll pull up the app here and show you.
No, it'll let you do one at a time.
Yeah. So let me stop screen. Share. Window, WRL cat control. There we go. Should be popping up there. You can add that in.
Yep, I got it.
There we go. So if I jump over here and start radio connection, it should pick it up.
Unless you're live.
Yeah, unless I'm live, of course.
I talk nice to it.
There we go. Radio connected
There you go.
successfully. Now if I go to 14.074, we can see that S meter jump up there. Right here in the middle. And if I switch between A and B frequency, you can see this pop back and forth as I switch. Right there, if I key up the PTT, that lights up red. And then whenever I want to sign in with one of these integrations here, I can just click. If it's WSJTX, I would recommend doing this unless you're using like Grid Tracker or something like that where you can stream them all in together. But yeah, click this stop radio, or whoops, I clicked the wrong one. Click this stop radio connection button right here. And then you can go down here and click start listening. If you have WSJTX running, just click start listening. It'll just stream those across that UDP port. This is the one. I think this is the default UDP port. But if you have it set up differently for some reason, then you can just edit that here. You can select the logbook you want it to be logged into. Let me change this because I've got a new logbook now for May. Okay, and then same with N1MM, N3FJP, just set up your UDP port. I'm on a Mac right now, so I can't demo either of those, but just set up your UDP port and your logbook and start listening.
So I just got the cat control connected with my Log4OM running and what is this called? Win4ICOM running. It was with the virtual serial ports and stuff, so you can do that. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this out here while I'm pulling the other screen back up. Do we have any more questions you want to cover?
Yeah, we had one that popped in. It says, let's see. Does WRL work for ARRL VHF contests in June, September, and January? Asking for a friend.
Hey, Mike, great to see you into MAK there. So yeah, let's take a look and see if we've got those set up yet. I'm going to jump back to this integrations page here in just a second. I guess you don't have it pulled up yet, but that's all good. Let me jump back to the contest page here, and we'll take a look right quick. Do you want to add my screen to the the stream? Thank you. So let's see here, ARRL, VHF.
I don't see that one in there.
Let me shoot Brad a message about that. We can absolutely add it in there. And let's see here, ARRL VHF contests. Let me shoot Brad a message right quick and see if he can add those in there.
They're getting a workout tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't know. If
he might be trying to pack for Dayton. He's trying to pack for Dayton, and we're giving him more work here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to make it to Dayton, unfortunately. We've got members of the team coming. Professor Jim from Ham Radio Prep, and then James, the CEO of both companies. They're going to be at Dayton, and so stop by and see them at the booth. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it this year.
So back
That's
to the
okay. I'm not going to
contest
do it this
thing.
year either.
So I went and enrolled in the Mississippi QSO contest, which was already, completed. And now it showed me third with 0 contacts. I was able to go upload my ADIF and put it into my contest log. It has processed and completed 307 contacts, but it says total successful 0. So it's not showing up in there. And that may be like,
that successful number takes a couple minutes. You might have to refresh the page before that updates. That total successful. As long as it didn't show you any errors, then you can give it a couple minutes and it should refresh for you. We've had people report it like
pour yourself another drink, Joe Brett.
Yeah, we've had people get impatient before. It's okay. But
are you saying that hams get impatient about their logs being
exactly? Oh my God.
Okay, so back
guys know where they are in the leaderboard, but they don't know their kid's birthday. That's what I.
So back to this integrations page here. We've now got QRZ call sign lookup. We were using a third-party service that, let's just say it had some issues. So we switched to using we're kind of trying to at this point we're primarily using this service. We have a backup service we're also using for people who don't have a QRZ subscription. But this this is going to pull a lot of data. But we're actually we're building currently as we speak. We're building our own internal database, and once we have that all together, then free users will be able to access that data. Even if you don't have a QRZ lookup, you'll still get access to a lot of the same data. So that should be ready. It might take us a few weeks to get that finalized, but yeah, we'll have that ready soon. But in the meantime, I don't want to leave the impression we don't have a service running right now. We do have a backup service running that is doing call sign lookups. It's just not the original service we were using. So if you had trouble with our original service, we've got a different one now. So, and then of course we've got the community chat page here. It opens up a new tab, which I'm not going to switch it really, but at this point. But if you want to, you can go to community.worldradiologue.com and pull up our community page there, and we've got a lot of forums, a lot of chats. And so go jump in there, and that's where we can add you as a beta tester if you want to find the beta chat or the beta forum, and we'll get you added on. The find members near me, that hasn't really changed a whole lot. That's just basically, you can find members in your area, report a bug.
Is that like only hams?
It's basically so you could just find hams located near you and reach out. You've got
hamsonly.com.
Oh, there'll be a folder there for sad hams. You know that there'll be a folder for everybody.
I'm looking at Joe Brett's contest page, and he's third place. He got no contacts. So sorry, Bro Jet. I know you tried.
I'm finna sign up for a paid membership, so maybe that'll help.
That's how bad he wants to be in first place, y'all.
Look, see. He doesn't know where Costa Rica is, but man, he knows he has worked them. How about the leaderboard for all work Costa Rica?
Boom.
On our report of bug page, just so everybody knows, if you find something, please drop it here and submit a bug report. We want to hear from you, absolutely, and we've kind of tried to build a reputation of jumping on anything that pops up right away and getting it taken care of. So,
Joe Brett, you want to submit one?
If it's possible,
Yeah, I just got my subscription. It's still showing free. Oh,
it takes a minute. It takes a minute for things to work.
I got that Founding Member Award though.
if it's possible for you to use this Loom service, we've got a link to it in here. If you can use that to record just a quick screen recorded video and drop a link to it in the bug report, that helps us out a lot just to see what's going on. So
I want to see a sticker for work all Clubhouse members. That's what you want.
there you go.
Done. There you go.
Well, you know what? If you guys, I honestly, in all seriousness, it would actually be kind of neat to have something like that. So if you guys are really interested in
what did I say? What did I start?
You might be able to work something out.
Thank you.
Maybe if you
we
guys
would be honored.
If you guys give us a shout out 60 times per show, no, I'm kidding. But
I'm going to hit the end stream button.
If you're interested in maybe we can get you some sort of
that'd be cool.
Sort of
How did we let you start the show out?
Maybe we can
New
get
features of Ham Radio Prep.
In there. I'll bounce it off.
Didn't you come on last time and you did the fast round with us? I think you said chicken, right? Or was it steak? I mean, you're good. We're all good here.
He doesn't even remember my answer now, does he?
Was it fish?
No,
I don't know. We'll have to go back. But you don't like barbecue potato chips, I think you said, right?
No, that's you.
Out of
You're
all
the
the
only
things
one.
you write down, you don't
You
keep up with
like
answers.
barbecue potato chips.
See,
You've got to have a problem if you don't like barbecue potato chips, and I'm sorry.
I agree.
Yeah, I think I have a problem then. Yeah, I have a problem.
Yep. Too many cigars. Well, so I guess that pretty much covers the gist of that. Do you have the ability to show the app? I don't know if you have an emulator to show that you can show the app.
Let's see if I do. Give me just a second here. I'll see if I can jump in.
And while we're waiting here, we did get another question.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a enhancement for field day for multi-stations under a club call from multiple browsers?
Excellent question, Eric. Excellent.
An enhancement for multi-stations under a club. Okay, so yes, absolutely. But what you need to do is you need to currently you're going to have to all sign in to the same account. We're going to be working on that in the future to have it where you can set up. But if you set up a club account, or if you want to all sign into the same members account and just change the call sign you're all using on the logbook, you can do that too. You can literally just change the call sign, edit the call sign, and log a bunch of contacts under a different call sign if you want to. So you can do that, or you can create a club account, all sign into that account, however you want to handle it. Yes, you can all log in from.
Did we create a club account for the Clubhouse?
It all just logs into the same account.
And how's this for a suggestion? Would it help? Because you know the back end, the front end, the back end. For something like that, under the club call sign, but then there were fields where you put individual operators call signs. And this way here, you take where you're grabbing the data, not only will the club get its credit, but those individual people in those fields. Is that a good suggestion, or did I make it really hard for you guys?
We actually have, that's definitely an idea. I think that's kind of in the design. Something similar is in the design that we have coming. But so basically, if you sign into your, kind of what we have envisioned is if you're signed in with your account, and then somebody invites you to like jump in on a club logbook, you can all be in, like, you can, the moderator or club president or whoever can invite a bunch of call signs all to one logbook. You can all be in there and log under that club call sign, but it will also give credit to each individual account that's accessing that. That's kind of the idea that we have.
Right. Excellent.
Going. But let me share my mobile app here for you. I think I'm in. Hold on. Don't add me yet. My my audio.
You need to mute yourself.
Okay, that should help. You know what? I don't think I can share my screen on my mobile device. You know what?
Oh, Brojet's got it for you.
The mobile app also works on a Mac, an Apple Silicon, so I can either share it here, or you guys can share it either way. I don't care. But let me.
If you look at Joe Brett's, I would say if you look at Joe Brett's, does that help you, Andy?
Here, I've already got it. Well,
okay.
Now it's wanting me to update.
How do we know if
so
the Clubhouse has an account? So how do we know if it's a club account or if it's a regular account?
Well, the only difference, I mean, is the call sign. You don't really necessarily have to like tag it as a club account. You can just set it up with the club call sign. And
but if we were to work the radio tonight and I was logged in to World Radio League on my browser as the Clubhouse, and Izzo logs in as the Clubhouse, and Joe Brett logs in, as all of us are logging contacts, it should show up on the Clubhouse page, right?
Oh yeah, they all pop in under that account. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and use what you've got there. If you want to full screen that tab there, that way we can see it. Mine's updating right now. My internet connection's slow enough. It's taking a minute. Yeah. So
That's better.
if you see there, you can go to the activities tab.
Oh, look at that picture of Joe Brett.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There you go. So now you can that'll pull up like the POTA locations, everything in your area. If you tap one of those, right quick.
I did.
Just one of those locations. Okay.
Joe Brett's still on 2G over there.
There we go. Okay.
Bring in that. Bring in that.
Tap the little POTA.
Bring in that Starlink.
The top. There you go. So now you can see there what your stats are at that location. You can open it in Maps there, and that will literally like pull up Google Maps for you, and you can take a look at that. You've got the light and dark mode button up at the top corner. Not in Google Maps, you don't, but in
oh my eyes!
You got the light and dark mode up there.
It's burning.
Right. You've got access to the World Radio League community in there. Your profile, all your logbooks, that's all in there.
Look at that. Founding member 1478.
Wow. You're all special and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Showing your last 50, you can change that to your last, I think all the way up to your last like 200 or 500 or something.
So you can do POTA from this. So Joe Brett, you want to show how you could set up to be where you could POTA without an internet connection?
This is really great. So you can create it from that view there, or you can just go to your logbooks page and start a new POTA
create
activation.
Logbook down there.
You go to your logbooks tab down at the bottom. Hey, Ham Radio 2.0, great to see you.
What's up, Jason?
Hey, Jason.
So I guess you want to do.
So if you hit the create a new logbook button there, and you can add a POTA, a WWFF site, a SOTA site. You can add multiple different ones. Like I can do a SOTA or a POTA and a WWFF. I've got a location close to me that I can do both at the same time. You can auto spot yourself to the Parks on the Air spotting page. So anybody, even if they're not using World Radio League, if they're looking at the POTA spotting page, they can still see you.
We're going to try not to do that this time.
Andy, what happens if you're... And what happens if you're in a park and it's a two for
I've got my app running now. You want me to?
All right.
You can add up to. We've either got it set to 5 or 7. You can add at a time.
Gotcha. Because that's always guys are always asking. Guys are always asking that.
WWFF sites.
Right. Guys are always asking that questions. I'm in a 2 for 3 for activator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
there you go. If you don't mind, could you share my screen there? Perfect.
There we go.
So this is
much better.
Now, just a heads up, I'll give you kind of a future a future sneak peek here. We are going to be launching a desktop app soon, so be excited for that. It'll be offline capable, just like the mobile app is just sync when you get back to service. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, so if you want to, you can go over here to activities. We'll allow it to find my location. I can grab this POTA park near me. I can create a logbook here from this site right here. That created me a new logbook on the with that title, so that I know what, it has my park number and everything up there. Jason KB1WSE says Mac OS first, please. We should be launching it on Mac and Windows at the same time, I believe, but we'll see. You've got settings here. You can go in and add more activities later, like WWFF soda. You can export. If I add let me just add a soda site here. This be just a random one, but you can add if you do that. And pull this back up. See, you've got exports, individual exports for your POTA site, and this is not. Let's see here. Anyways, let me refresh it right quick here. Anyway, I think it would have. Oh, it didn't keep because I was on the other view. Okay, find my soda. There we go. Now let's refresh the settings. Anyways, it should show up on the web app if I go there. These logbooks sync on the web app too, so you can go pull them up on the web app. But you can export POTA specific ADIF files, tailored to upload to the POTA site. Ones that are tailored to upload to or send into WWFF guys. They're just ready to roll. So that's really handy. So this POTA auto spot, like I said, that'll send a spot or something just straight to the POTA spotting page. You can log a park to park here. You can log up to, once again, it's either 5 or 7 parks for the other guy. You've got your notes field here, all this data here, and then what's really neat here is I can do this. So I believe I can't remember all the shortcuts. Anyway, we've got some shortcuts in here where you can change the time. I think it's like, I think you can do like -2H. Yeah. And then you can just click done and it sets your time back by an hour. And, we've got some neat shortcuts in there. And then you just click this current UTC if you've got it changed. But anyway, you've got your map here, your logbook map. If I log some contacts, that'll start to populate. You got your spots listed in your mobile app. You can pull it up, take a look. But anyway, yeah, that's your band conditions widget. Yeah.
If you're doing you said if you're doing an activation and you're in a twofer, where do you put your multiple parks, or can you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll just show you when I'm creating a new one, because that's probably when you're going to want to do it. So I can go find my POTA, grab one, grab another.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Grab another. Yeah, they just add as tags here.
Awesome.
You can just remove one by,
Andy, can you go to the spotting page? Can you grab?
What's really neat here is that you can export an ADIF for each of those parks right here separately. So it just creates a separate one with the correct number on it to upload to POTA site.
I'm sure guys are going to have a question about this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're in your log. You're in the park. You're operating. Can you grab, if you go to your spotting page, just go to spots, and then let's just say you work N1 DUC. You work Junie.
Mm-hmm.
She's on 40 CW right now.
Uh-huh.
Is it as simple as copy the spot? There you go. So, and then when you work her, bang, you would hit that little blue tab on the bottom there, and now you worked her.
Yeah,
perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're on a computer, you can just or using a separate keyboard, you can just hit enter. But yeah, you just use this little blue.
So you can work your contacts off your spot without physically typing. Yeah, that's a nice feature.
Could you guys give me 2 minutes? I need to pop out for just a second here. I had something come up. Give me 2 minutes, and I'll be right back.
The boss is probably saying, "Go easy, for crying out loud," or "You're doing a great job."
I need to add the app to my iPad. So next time I go POTA, I'll try this one out. I was trying Polo out the last time. and he was giving me crap in the background.
What
for using
I
the
like
audio.
it. Listen, no disrespect to these guys and anyone else out there. I like the fact that there's different logging software for different people. This is why we all run Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, Dodge, Rams. We all run different. We're still going to get there, but so this is really good.
Jody says the UPS guys at Andy's tour with Joe Brett's ATOS.
Andy over in the UK.
When do you leave for Hamvention, Joe Brett?
In the morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
And you going to work radio on your way up? You going to stop and grab some POTAs on the way up?
I'm not going to stop. Except for,
look at this.
Bathroom breaks, maybe a drive-through or something.
No Buc-ee's on the air?
What on the way back? You going to stop in the park and do a POTA? Get another state in your logbook?
I don't know.
Yeah, man. Why not?
Oh, I might. If I find me an ATOS, I might. If not... You gotta
serious though. He's serious. I know he's serious. You know something? I would be doing the same thing too. Right. I support you, Joe Brett. No disrespect to Gene, but guess what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because at that point it's plug and play. It's plug and play. You know that. There's
Oh yeah. I've got the 5-band antenna, but it's 2 meter, 440, 10 meters.
Just throw a ham stick in the back of the car.
Right, mag mount.
20's gonna be open.
I don't have a mag mount and an adapter for the ham stick.
You don't have a tri mag mount.
No, not yet. No.
Well, then that's why you're going to Hamvention.
Give him $35 for a magnet. Which is not a bad price for 3 magnets.
Frank, you don't know who's pushing buttons back here. Swear.
Something's happening.
What'd you do?
Got 9 new confirmed contacts.
Nice job, Jason.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Jason to pick a 40 meter frequency for our drive. He mentioned on his live stream that I popped in last minute.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
But, yeah, no problem. Yeah, so
we just shooting the breeze while you go.
So I threw the tuner in the truck.
Yeah,
I don't have the right cable to make it.
I figured you guys wouldn't suffer too bad if I was gone for a couple minutes.
No.
Okay. Anyway,
good stuff.
Where were we at?
Oh, we were talking about the app.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you said if you're offline, you said when you get back into cell signal, this will all sync back up.
Absolutely. So if I was offline right now, it would log just fine. A little banner would pop up that had kind of an upload button on it. Whenever you get online, you can either use the upload button, or usually it just does it automatically, and you don't have to worry about it. So
and just like anything else, if you're offline, no cell service, you're not going to have a spotting page. That's okay, because you're just going to put their call sign in, their park number, and hit enter, and it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me should answer your question. There is a park to park button right there at the bottom of the log.
All right, you want me to
their stuff
here? P2P right there. I can enter US, and if somebody's spotted on the POTA page, let me see who's on POTA right now.
I'll figure something out when you want me to share.
Here we go. Looks like Julie's on.
Yeah, no, Junie. That's our girl, Junie. Quack, quack.
Yeah, there's Julie's on right here. Julie, KJ4ULZ. Yeah, she's on. So, yeah, right here, it automatically populates her POTA park if she's already spotted on POTA. So you don't even have to.
Oh, nice.
And if you and if for some reason she's in a twofer, you just add the other 4 digits. Will it automatically grab it? You don't have to go US hyphen, right?
Yeah, so you can just go like 10215. I just for an example, that
was
close to
for
me.
example,
pops it up. Yeah, you just grab it and throw it in there. Yeah,
bingo.
Now this is really neat. We've also added this to the web app, and I should have showed you this earlier, but it pops up right below the login window. You can click this, and it shows you all your previous contacts with whatever call sign you pop in there.
Oh, cool!
No matter what logbook it's in, they're just all listed there. So,
Andy, I'm going to ask a dumb question. You work her again on 20 meters sideband. Will the word dupe come in or something, or tell you, don't be an idiot. You ready to work there? Is there like a dupe red button that says
if it's within 15 minutes and on the same UTC day, then yes. But if it's on separate UTC days, like if it's a break, like an
Totally
activation
different.
that
That's
rolls over,
separate contact. Yep.
or separate contacts. Yep.
Yep.
But yes, if it's all the same data, all the same band mode, everything, and it's within 15 minutes, it will flag as dupe.
Perfect.
Yep, absolutely. And I think we set our contests up to where contest wide they flag as dupe in those cases. So for the entire duration of the contest. Hit me with some more questions, guys. I've definitely got more to talk about. I can talk about my knitting, but
well, we got about 20 minutes left. So if you want to hit that antenna,
yeah.
Everybody might be interested since we teased that you
Before
get
we
an
move
antenna
to
coming
that,
out. Oh,
I'm gonna share it to the stage here.
okay.
Joe Brett,
Take it
you
away.
have the floor.
I figured it out, Andy.
Look at Joe Brett. Look at him.
Nice. There you go.
Bill Ford, I apologize, but it is what it is. So what I had to do was go in and set my location for my logbook.
Yeah.
Once I did that, it started, and then I re-uploaded. It popped right up. So anyway, yep, I just want to show you,
There you
first place, Mississippi.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Bill's going to cry
bragging right.
sleep over that.
Bragging rights.
He might have to take a half a baby aspirin for that migraine.
All right. So
let's talk about your antenna.
Yeah, absolutely. Just real briefly here, I was wanting to show you guys what I got rolling here. So I may share a video with you if you don't mind here in just a second, because I realized I don't have an assembled unit here, but I've got an awful lot of parts that I can demo exactly how this thing works, and I can kind of show you a quick video.
Well, tell us why.
on
Tell us why you are developing your own antenna. What was your just you had all these parts around, or what was your
No, I got a
idea?
3D printer and I had an idea, and the two of us together were extremely dangerous for about 3 weeks, and then after the 3D printer and the idea came together, it all has been working really well. So
excellent. Well, that's how it starts.
Do you need to send me the video file to play, or is it on a device?
I'll share it here in just a minute. But the basis behind the idea is I wanted something that would be easy to deploy, easy to wind up, like, on just kind of wind it up on a disc kind of thing. And it's not like, your winder's flopping all out while you're trying to unroll it. You can just literally just unroll it out like off a roller, that type of thing. And it took me a little while to figure out how to get the toroid, the transformer all built into the unit, but I finally figured it out. I'm just kind of slow on the design side of things, but I finally got it figured out. Hey, Josh, Ham Shack TV, AA4WX, good to see you. But anyway, this is a partially assembled unit. It doesn't have all the wires and everything yet, but it's called the InFed Biscuit. This is my 20-meter version. It's got an FT82 toroid wound at a 49-1, which I initially rated for around 20 watts. And then 250 pounds of Yaesu, Clayton, took it out on an activation and did like a 30-minute activation, 100 watts SSB with no issue. So we removed the QRP tag on it, and we're
he pushed it. He pushed it to the he pushed it to a limit, not all the way, but he pushed it to a limit. Yeah,
it was. I think it was an artificial limit, because as good as he did, it worked pretty well for him. So I think I'm frozen. You guys good? Can you still hear me?
You're good, man. You're good.
Yeah.
Here.
Everything's good on our end.
Uh-oh.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, there we go.
You're good.
All right, we're back. Okay. So basically the way it works.
Tell that kid to stop playing Minecraft.
Is yeah. She's only a year. Well, she's gonna be a year old tomorrow, so she's not really on the computer
yet.
I don't know if I'll tell her the Clubhouse said happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. I'll tell you thank you for her.
There you go.
Yeah. Not that'd mean a whole lot there at this point. But you can see here the way it works is the toroid, after you wind it, it drops down into this slot right here. Right in there. It's just made to fit. And then these two pieces here come together. And just slide together like that. You get this unit here. So you've got a winding knob here. I think I dropped it, guys.
No, you're there. You're there. You're there.
Keep on going, Andy.
Still...
Keep on going.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Running out of
right,
AOL
so
minutes.
anyways, so we have a strengthening screw on this side. All of our kits and everything. Even if you get the kit, it'll already have the strengthening screw in here, just because that keeps the pin from shearing on us. But and we got a washer on this side. We got the winding knob here, BNC connector here. The toroid, the wires come off the toroid out these two little holes right here, and just solder onto your BNC connector. And you can just spool it up, wind it up like so. And here, let me share a couple of videos right quick of winding and unwinding this thing. If you want to share if you don't mind that I drop a link in the chat, I'll drop my YouTube link in the chat if somebody wants to go subscribe. And then I'll also drop my my website link in if I can. I'm not sure I've got the permissions to drop the link, but anyway, I'll try.
So it won't let me add your whatever you're sharing.
Anyway, is my screen up there? I'm having slow internet, so I can't tell if you've got my screen pulled up or not.
Okay. No, it's not. I think that's what's slowing down your internet. If it's the video that's on your website, I can play that. I think we lost you.
It's let me close a whole bunch of extra tabs that I don't need here and see if that helps the.
Is the lead guy
I've ever really brought to market, but it's an Let's idea see I had here. a few weeks ago. I thought, there's that's
you're
actually
back.
not the video. Okay. I had a whole bunch of unnecessary tabs open. That's what was eating my connection. So first of all, I'm going to show you this short clip right here. This is me unwinding the in-fed biscuit. If it'll load here, it's going to be slow about it, but it should load here in just a second.
I can pop it up on my side if it doesn't.
Okay. It's not. Yeah. Go for it if you don't mind. It's the in-fed biscuit coming soon video. You can see how it unrolls, and then also I've got a short. I'd like for you to share if you don't mind. After that, when you can share that. Also, if you don't mind, share my website link is n0apx.com. If you don't mind, you can drop that in the chat too, because I don't.
Looks like I don't know if. Yeah, Joe Brett's taking care of it for you. All right, so let me share that with audio. Hopefully, we won't get duplicate audio.
You can mute the audio. It's not really necessary. You don't have to share the audio.
Here's the antenna.
It's up to you either way.
Andy, while we're waiting, what are you drinking?
It's a milkshake from a local ice cream shop. If you have a chance and you're in Marshfield, go to Planet Gumball. They have the best ice cream anywhere around.
There you go.
They use chocolate shop ice cream from Wisconsin. It's amazing.
Excellent. Can't talk full radio tonight, Carla. Gotta talk about milkshakes.
Oh yeah.
So basically, you just grab it and yank it. Now, does that need to go up on a mast, or actually, does it looks like you're about to hoist it up into a
tree? It's just an in-fed halfway. You can configure it however you.
Oh,
yeah, you can configure it however you want to configure it. But yeah, it's just an in-fed halfway. So basically, you want to grab the side opposite the BNC connector. Grab this side when you're winding and unwinding, because this side's the one that spins with the wire. This side's the part that fits inside and doesn't, is stationary the whole time. So
gotcha.
Grab the side opposite the BNC connector. I have a short on.
Yep. I'm getting there.
On there. Let me see if I can. Okay, it's the one. where
This is how
I
easy it is
added-
to wind it up.
Yes, that's it. That was an addition after that first video. I had a ham Jacob KJ5 IZS recommend this, and it's absolutely been a game changer. So,
So you just grab opposite of the BNC like that and roll it back up.
yeah, grab it opposite of the BNC just like I showed you, and yeah.
See, I
Very
find
cool.
this interesting because now we're going to have, I don't want to say the wars, but to go with the spool or go with the winder or go with the traditional winders. Once again,
Choose your own adventure.
Yeah, man. But it's nice. Again, options are great. Options are absolutely great for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, Clayton pushed 100 watts for a half-hour activation through it. It's SSB with no issue. I'm actually finalizing the design for a 40-meter version of this thing, so that should be available. So this is a 20-meter infed half-wave. I'm finalizing the 40-meter version of it, and I'm going to double stack the toroid, and I'll probably wind it. I've been winding with the 2:14 ratio. I'm probably going to wind this one with the 3:21 because it's supposed to be a little bit more efficient, but I'll do some testing and just see what works the best. But yeah, I'm going to double stack the FT82 43 toroid.
You know,
on
somebody's
going to
ask
probably
you.
that's the plan.
Someone's going to ask it. Is there a place where you can plug a counterpoise into it?
What's that?
I said somebody's going to ask it. Is there a place to plug a counterpoise?
Plug a
into
counterpoise? Not
yet.
Not necessarily, but you do have on this BNC connector here where you solder in the shield. It's a little tab that sticks out the side there, and if you have like an alligator clip or anything, it'll just clip onto there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
just,
it's just
hey guys, I want to apologize to John.
You can just clip an alligator clip on there, whatever. And
quick apologies to John WV3 on my fat finger. I hit a high not show. I apologize. So, John, if you want to repo,
it's okay. Is it?
No, my fat fingers.
Oh.
It's
John in the chat accidentally got hidden, but it says I don't make milkshakes because I don't want anybody in my freaking yard. So,
and I accidentally it got held. I actually went to go hit accept, and my fat finger hit.
Way to go, way to offend the audience.
At least it wasn't
John, I'm sorry. John, I'm sorry.
Well, anything else, guys? We've almost put 2 hours into both WRL and Andy's new antenna. So if you're looking for his antenna, I will drop a link. Hopefully Joe Brett's already got the link in the chat for the antenna.
N0apx.com. And yeah, absolutely. It's I can't remember the exact prices off the top of my head. Let me look it up. I think it's here we go.
So you're apparently already in charge of marketing.
Unit plus shipping, and $47.99 plus shipping for the kit. The 40 meter, I haven't got the price calculated out for the 40 meter version yet, but that one should be launching hopefully within the next few weeks. So I'm really excited about that one too.
Very cool.
Excellent.
Well, anything else you got coming up that you want to plug before we start putting a Band-Aid on it?
Well, like I said, we've got on the World Radio League side, we've got the desktop app coming, so keep an eye out for that. And we've got a lot of great things. I can't dive into it all right now, but hey, I tell you what I can do. Can I send you a link in the private chat here and have you post it, since I don't have permissions to post it here?
Absolutely.
Let me grab a link right quick.
I think we would treat you better than that.
I know, right?
This is a first. This is, you guys are going to be the first ones to announce this. So
Joe Brett, get that drum roll. Get that drum roll ready.
Don't do that. It's a live stream.
I'm sorry, Joe. Joe's like, shut up. Let's just get out of the show.
Right.
I gotta get my ass to Dayton. Joe's like, come on, I gotta gas up and go.
Right.
Okay, so there's the link. We have just launched the World Radio League Discord. So we'll be building it out, but go and adding some more channels as we go. But go ahead and jump in the Discord and say hi. So I just dropped it to you in the private chat. Go ahead.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it.
What the hell?
I don't need
What
it.
just happened to the show?
I don't need it.
It's SpongeBob saying, I don't need it. He's hypnotized. He's trying to tell himself he don't need.
Oh.
That's what hams do when a new product comes up in front.
Oh, that's true. That's
Noel's.
true. I've never seen
Noel's going to be telling him
SpongeBob
that.
SquarePants.
this weekend.
Oh, you do need it though. You definitely do need it.
Well, Joe Brett will make sure and add that to the list on our Discord. We have a tab for other ham radio Discords, and we'll make sure and throw that link in there as well.
Oh, and also back on the antenna, just real quick before we go. If you sign up for my email list, you get an exclusive 10% off coupon there. So
There you go, boys. There you go.
It only costs you an email address.
That's right.
Yep, that's all it costs you. and of course, 10 years of your life cycling through all the emails I'm going to send you. But no, I'm kidding.
And if you order before midnight tonight, he'll send you a milkshake. He'll send you a milkshake too with that. A
those
coupon.
words did not come out of my mouth.
A coupon for the best milkshake on that side, west of the Mississippi. Am I right?
John don't get no milkshake. Don't send him one.
Don't John doesn't get.
You don't want people in his yard.
Never come through Marshfield, Missouri. Stop at Planet Gumball. It's amazing.
There you go. See. All right, Jody. We took care of 99% radio.
Yes.
1% milkshake. That's for Jody.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
Andy, let me ask you that Discord link you shared, was it a non-expiring link?
Yes, that's an unexpiring
link. Okay,
link.
good. I'll add it to our Discord then.
That's important.
And
that is important.
I'll also share with you an unexpiring link to my antenna Discord too, if you want one.
All right.
That would be great.
All the things.
Share
Look at
that one.
Because people will fuss like.
Sorry to keep throwing new things out here, but if anybody's going to be in Springfield, Missouri on Saturday, June the 7th, the SMARC Hamfest, Southwest Missouri Amateur Radio Club Hamfest is going to be going on that Saturday at the Salvation Army building in Springfield. So stop by and see me there if you want to.
There you go, guys.
How close are you to Joplin?
I am about an hour and a half away. I'm strongly considering. Did you get that Discord link?
I see it in the chat. I just had my hand.
Okay, no problem. So, I'm strongly considering they're inviting me down to do a couple presentations at Joplin. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to make it. I think I am, but I haven't made up my mind yet. So,
August the 29th to the 31st. If you're in Joplin, I'm going to be at the Route 66 Balloon and Kite Festival with my hot air balloon. So,
oh, nice. Okay.
Come over to Joplin and say
sorry,
hi.
VE5 SAR for dumping a terabyte on you, but anyway, I saw that in the chat. It struck me funny. But yeah, so the first Discord link was for the World Radio League Discord. The second one I sent you is for the N0 APX Antennas Discord.
Got it.
You can drop that one in the chat if you want to, and absolutely.
There it is.
All right. Guys, I think that's just about all I've got for you tonight.
I mean,
sorry to be so boring.
That's 2 hours of content. We appreciate you, man. We're gonna pop you out of the chat, out of the window here for just a few minutes, and if you want to hang out until we're done, and any wrap up chat will be after I run the trailer. Then we can chit chat afterwards.
Absolutely. Okay, sounds good. Izzo, it was steak. It was steak.
It was steak.
Oh, what?
Don't forget.
So I was right. I was right.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight, Andy. We'll talk to you.
On the second guess, yeah.
I mean, it was a 50-50 shot either way.
Somebody give this guy another milkshake. He needs another milkshake. Let's go.
He's all hopped up on that.
He's all hopped up
milkshake.
on that sugar.
Thanks for joining us, Andy. We'll see you in just a minute. Well, gentlemen, what do y'all have coming up? What's new? What? Anything we haven't covered yet that y'all want to cover? Y'all want to touch on?
Joe Brett, you go first.
Man, I'm still trying to set up my new World Radio League account, dude. I'm bouncing back and forth here. I don't have nothing right now. We'll see what kind of video I can conjure up from from Hamvention Travels and Adventures.
I'm sure you will.
Well, I'd like to show. I don't know if Jason's still in here, but I would like the world to know that I have a fully assembled.
That ain't fully assembled. Where's the wires?
I said assembled, not deployed.
It just has to go outside. Just has to go outside.
Son.
Elements is part of the assembly.
Well, I've got those done too. I just got to tune it.
Mm-hmm.
Look here, hold on. The second picture's coming. Look at that.
They ain't on the pole.
Oh, look at that.
There's all my radio wires. There's all my. I'm doing 5 bands.
You getting those little bracelet charms with the numbers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mark the band.
Oh, look at that.
I'm waiting on
that. That's fancy. I like that.
I got that. You weren't at Jason. You weren't at my house last night when I was bored.
That's right. He's right. Where was the invite? There you go.
That's how Shane does you.
Jason would have brought some bourbon and cigars. All he needed was.
I cleaned house. And I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? I should probably put that DX Commander, because after we're having that 80 through 10 invent half wave at that POTA the other day, I was like, all right, I'm hooked. Because I've had my 40 through 10. But now I'm like, all right, I got to do it. Because I told Randy, I said, next time we go out, because he just bought what's the new DX Commander? Starts with a V. Somebody's going to tell us in chat. The Venture.
The Venture.
It's the Venture. Yeah.
I like the fact that when you posted one of your pictures, and I forgot what forum it was, no one was really saying congrats. They were more interested in what was on that shelf in the back.
Oh, my Legos. Yeah.
That was great. I thought that was great.
They were more interested in my Legos than they were that I was actually building a DX Commander.
Yeah, I spy. I spy some cool
I will
stuff
say, Jason, if you will get to this stage, we can have a tuning party and we'll take all of our DX Commanders to a park and get them all tuned up where they're all resonant and having lots of fun. But I've got a bag coming for all the wires and the plates and the radials. And then I've got these like Velcro straps so that I can strap everything together. So when I put it in the bag, nothing gets tangled. So we're trying to make it as easily deployable as possible.
Excellent.
So that's what I'm proud of myself. I did another thing.
You should
proud
be.
of you too, Shane.
Thanks, buddy.
Check off the
David.
list.
David, it wasn't a party. I'm sorry. David's giving me shit in chat. Like I said, I just finished cleaning my house. And I was like, you know what? I should dirty it up again. Let's build a DX Commander.
Yeah.
And hopefully you got your hat, David, because Randy has it. And I look forward to that bottle of whiskey at some point. I'm not drinking right now, but I will resume at some point. Ed says if Shane was coming to Dayton, he could bring it here. Well, I'm sorry. This thing called work gets in the way. All right. Should we wave at the camera and say goodbye?
Catch me in a POTA Park, and all you cigar smokers out there tonight, keep it.
Saka, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. That's a daggum good cigar. 73, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. I'll take it wet or dry. I don't care. I mean, it's all about that flavor.
You're a little salty.
You can't operate a Yaesu radio because all you do